Everyone, welcome to the show. I have a bunch of updates to share about Donald Trump cases and investigations. So first is the big news that E Jean Carroll scored another major victory against Trump. And this is in the second Carroll trial that's scheduled for January. This was the first lawsuit that she filed against Trump. You might remember this was while he was still in office. She filed, I believe, in 2019. This lawsuit is strictly about defamation for Trump's statements that Carroll was a liar and that he never raped her. Well, at the time Carroll filed the suit, the statute of limitations hadn't been extended by the state of New York, so she could only at that time sue Trump for defamation. Well, U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan is presiding over this case, and he just ruled that Trump did in fact defame Carroll. So now the only thing that the jury is going to have to decide in January is how much money she's entitled to receive. The judge said that since Trump was already found liable for sexually abusing Carroll in the previous case, the jury effectively established that his statements were false. So it's another great day for justice in America. She is going to be a very wealthy woman. Next up is news about the New York Attorney General's $250 million lawsuit against Trump. Also his eldest sons, also the company. On Tuesday, Attorney General Letitia James asked the judge to sanction Trump and his sons and the attorneys for repeatedly submitting the same legal arguments to the court, trying to delay the trial. Now, unfortunately, she's not asking for much money considering their supposed wealth. I mean, it would be a lot for you or I, but not for them. She's asking for a collective $10,000 from his attorneys and then a collective $10,000 from Trump, Don Jr., and Eric. In related news, though, Trump just tried to delay this trial. And it's scheduled to begin on October 2nd, so in less than a month from now. The judge said, no, we're not doing that. In response to Trump's request for the delay, Judge Arthur Engeron wrote, quote, "Decline to sign. Defendant's arguments are completely without merit." So that's that. The Trump organization could be defunct and on the hook for $250 million by this time next month. Next is news about the special counsel investigations. Trump's attorneys are battling with the Justice Department over whether or not documents should be filed under seal or if they should be made public in regard to the case about Trump's alleged attempted coup. So Trump's team wants the DOJ to follow the default court rules of filing everything under seal and then allowing their team 14 days to review the documents and respond. So the special counsel's office filed something under seal, but they made a portion of it public, and it says, quote, "Such a requirement would grind litigation in this case to a halt, which is particularly infeasible given the pressing matters before the court, including the defendant's daily extrajudicial statements that threaten to prejudice the jury pool in this case, as described in the government's motion." So sounds like Jack Smith is getting tired of Trump's public rantings. And so Judge Chutkan has now ordered that both sides need to file briefs on the matter before the end of this month. And then they will decide, or she will decide, if the DOJ's recent filings should be posted on the public docket or if they should remain private, blah, blah, blah. It was also just revealed that the special counsel is now doing a deep dive into Trump's use of election fraud lies to fundraise. He was looking into it before, but apparently that is now the main focus. And he's trying to determine if any of that money was used to fund the breach of election equipment in various states. And the Michigan Secretary of State, a woman named Jocelyn Benson, she said that she's spoken with Trump's investigators about the breach in their state, and that also she spoke with them about attorneys Sidney Powell and Stephanie Lambert. In fact, several witnesses who've been questioned by Smith's team are now telling news outlets that there have been a lot of questions about Powell lately. So she may want to brace for another indictment. In regard to the classified documents case, it was just revealed that Trump was warned by his then attorney, Evan Corcoran, that if he didn't comply with the DOJ's subpoena for the classified documents, that the FBI could end up searching his property. He was told in advance that that was a possibility. So, then he freaked out and acted like it was, big mystery and why? Oh, how could they do this? But no, he was warned well in advance. So this news comes from Corcoran's voice recordings. You guys might remember he made contemporaneous voice recordings. And in May of 2022, he made these assertions in his recording. ABC obtained transcripts of these voice memos. And Corcoran reportedly warned Trump that he could be found in contempt if he didn't comply with the subpoena. And then Trump asked him, quote, "What happens if we just don't respond at all or don't play ball with them?" That part we knew. That was in the indictment. But then Corcoran, what we didn't know, replied to him and said, quote, "Well, there's a prospect that they could go to a judge and get a search warrant and that they could arrive here." Then in another portion of Corcoran's recordings, he recalled a conversation he had with another Trump attorney named Jennifer Little. Little allegedly told Corcoran that she was speaking with two other Trump attorneys, and they warned her that if she and Corcoran kept pressing Trump about the boxes and the classified documents, that Trump would, quote, "go ballistic," and, quote, "there's no way he's going to agree to anything," and that he was going to deny that there were any more boxes at all. Yeah. So this is going to be used against him at the trial, and it's going to be really difficult for the defense to argue that Corcoran is lying. I mean, this was Trump's attorney. And Corcoran would still be his attorney, right? If he wasn't forced to become a witness in this case, he would still be representing Trump. Last but not least is an update about the lawsuit filed by former FBI agent Peter Strzok. You guys probably remember Strzok is suing the DOJ and the FBI for wrongful termination. This was tangentially related to his part in the Trump-Russia investigation and his affair with then FBI lawyer Lisa Page. So Strzok wanted to depose Trump because he believes that Trump had something to do with his termination. Well, believe it or not, Attorney General Merrick Garland was actually protecting Trump in this. He was blocking this deposition. So Strzok took the issue to court, and an appeals panel just ruled in his favor. So barring any further appeals, Trump is going to have to sit for a deposition in this case for 2 hours. That ought to be interesting. So I'll let you know when I hear more. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like and share. Please subscribe if you have not. Please become a donor if you possibly can. Links are below in the description box on YouTube and on the podcast. Love you guys so much. Take care. Talk with you soon.